Shalom to the elect of Israel, to the whole elect of Israel, you Hebrew Israelites, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, West Indians, and Haitians. Got to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah. The Most High, the Heavenly Father, his Hebrew name is Yahweh. Not Yahweh, not Jehovah, not God, not Elohim, not Most High, not Lord, not Yah, not Jah, not Ahaya, not Allah, not Abba. It's Yahweh, and his only begotten Son name in the Hebrew is Yahweh Shah. Not Yahshua, not Yeshua, not Jesus Christos, not Jesus Christ, not Serapis Christos, not Yeshaya, not Yehoshua. It's Yahweh Shah. So we got to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah, Quadash. Give honors to the apostles and the bishop, elders, a great millstone, who teach well, who are the apostles and elders of all of Israel, whether accepted or not. And a sincere salutation to all the hearkening, pushing the truth and believing the truth throughout the four winds of the earth, the entire world, waking up the hope for the elect. And shalom to the Akwath who are listening and learning, you few sisters who are listening and learning. Myself from Jim Solano Camp coming at you on the lesson, truth, facts, faith, and edification of the day of edification, Lord, with us be edifying. So I titled this lesson, The Truth About Christianity, All White Religions, which kind of land back in the lesson that I did yesterday. So I want to make this point because I was going into the word religion, which goes back to the word religio, which means bind together. Okay, because this under the banner of Christianity, you can worship any religion under the banner of Christianity. It don't matter what it is. That's why America in Revelation 17 is known as the harlot, because here in America you can worship any idol, any religion. It doesn't matter what it is. So first I want to get this word religion. So one of the definitions is say it's a state of life bound by monastic vows, right? Well, the definition it got right here is say it's the Greek word. Let's see. It's a Latin. Also, right here, it say to bind fast. That's what religion is. That's what it means. To bind fast. Okay. The other word is where is it? Right here. Religio. Well, okay, it says directly from Latin religio, which means to bind fast, to bind together. Okay. So I just want to show that. So let me get this. What these devils did was, like I was mentioning yesterday, as Constantine brought all these different groups together at the Council of Nicaea. You have to look it up and read it. At the Council of Nicaea, everybody with their different beliefs or whatever, right? Well, it was all all these different beliefs was all bound together under the banner of Christianity, right? So now I was mentioning about first we got to read this. Hold on, let me pull this blue letter real quick. Because going back to Revelations 20, right? These devils were shut up and they was pushed into right. Let's get this. Revelations 20. Revelations 20 and 1. See, these religions is all man-made. Okay, the Lord gave the Hebrew Israelites law, statute, and commandments. Okay, he didn't give us no religion. So it say Revelation 21, and I saw an angel come down from heaven, having the key of the bottomless pit and a great chain in his hand, and he laid hold on the dragon, the old serpent, which is the Roman Empire, the Edomites, which is the devil and Satan, and bound him 1,000 years, and cast him into the bottomless pit, and shut a seal upon him, that he should deceive the nations no more till 1,000 years should be fulfilled, and after that he must be loosed a little season. Now this bottomless pit, right? Just look at this. This bottomless pit is talking about Europe because of the lack of resources, right? So I was looking at this word bottomless pit. So one of the definitions, let's look at it right here real quick. Because they got the abysso, right? So one of the definitions, it say right here, of orcas, a very deep gulf or cals, cams, cams. It's a in the lower parts of the earth, used as common receptacle or of the dead, and especially as the abode of demons. Now, it's a the point I want to bring out was it's a in the lowest parts of the earth, meaning no resources. Okay, because ain't no place called hell under the ground where you burn forever. Okay, so if there is no resources in the parts where these Edomites, the word bottomless pit mean Europe. Europe is a low, it's a low land of minerals and resources. That's what it means. Bottomless pit. There is no resources. Okay, so let's go back. So it say, and he lay hold on the dragon, that old serpent, which is the devil and Satan, and bound him 1,000 years. Now, let me go back to this. So yesterday I brought out this article with the Antonine Dynasty, right? Finna play it, finna show it again. So you got during the time when these devils went down for 1,000 years, you had Jake took over. Okay, that was the beginning of what the so-called white man called, or it was termed the Byzantine Empire, which they still say it was Edomites, but it was Jake. The Byzantine Empire, or it was called the Dark Ages, or the Middle Ages, right? Or the time of the Moors. There's 4 different terms that it was known as. See, some people, when you hear about Dark Ages, they say, oh, that was the time of the black bubonic plague and all this, right? So it's either the Dark Ages, time of the Moors, the Middle Ages, or the Byzantine Empire. So right here it said the Nerva Antonine dynasty, right? Compromised 7 emperors who ruled from 96 to 192 AD, right? Nerva, Trajan, Hadrian, Antoninus, Marcus, Lucius, Commodus, right? So, and these are all Jakes. You see the big beards on them. These is Jakes. Okay? I think even Hadrian was a Jake. So you got all these Jakes. Okay? So it's a from 96 to 192, right? So after these 4 Jakes, let me come back to me. You had you had this man named Septimus Severus, which I'm finna show you, which also was a Jake. Now I ain't even know this because they say Septimus Severus was the first African to rule in Rome. I'm finna show you right here, which we know Septimus Severus was so-called Negro. He wasn't no African. But this is how Esau put a spin on stuff. So they say Severus, Rome's first African emperor. These devils is something else, man. They say, and he took over in 193 AD. So you had from 96 AD to 192, you had the Antonine dynasty. Okay, Jakes, and then Septimus Severus. So it's saying AD 9193, Lucius Septimus Severus was named ruler of the Roman Empire, and in doing so became Rome's first African Europe emperor. After emerging victorious from a period of civil war, Severus expanded the border of the empire to new heights, ushered in a period of imperial transformation, and founded a dynasty. right? So that was the point on that. I got another one here. I just want to show you this, and then I'm gonna get a couple precepts because a lot of Jakes don't know about this, man. Apostle Hall went into this some years ago about the Antonine dynasty. And that's so that when they tell you in Revelations 20 about the angel that came down with a chain, this was when Jake took over. So let me get this one. Hold on. I want to show this one. Because in this one, it show you the image of Septimus Severus. So check this out. Let me see. So right here, let's see what this one is. See, everybody know he was a Jake, man. Okay? He wasn't no Hamite, man. He was a Jake. My computer wanna buff. See? Hold on. It's saying Google not responding. These devils are something else, boy, I tell you. Now the computer working fine before this. No problem. So let's go back. Oh wow. Okay. Here we go. So this is a Jake, man. Let me get this other one. Because there was another one I was looking at. Hold on. Bear with me here. Let me hit this. See right here? Jake, man. It's Jake, man. Ain't no Ham. This is Jake. So I just want to show you that. So, and they tell you that he started the reign right here, Septimus Severus. It say it was Roman emperor from 193 AD to 211. Okay. Now, this guy Constantine came in. Hold on, come back to me and show you. I got this other article about the Byzantine Empire. Cause see, people don't know, man. Cause I was talking to um last year one of these managers at the plantation, and I had to correct her about the Dark Ages, because she said the Dark Ages was the time of the blue bubonic plague. I said, man, listen, that ain't what that was talking about, man. So I'll tell about the Byzantine Empire and how Negroes was ruling Portugal, Spain, Europe, Scotland, Ireland, all that, man. That was us, man. So this say Byzantine Empire. It's a Byzantine Empire, the eastern half of the Roman Empire, which survived for 1,000 years after the western half had crumbled into various feudal kingdoms, and which finally fell to Ottoman 14. Let me see right here. So here's Constantine. That's an image of Constantine. Okay. Now I'm gonna put his clip back up about him taking over. Well, with the Council of Nicaea was, which is in 325 AD. So it said Septimus Severus took over from 193 to 211. So right here it shows you. It shows you right here. 30. It was endowed by him with the name Constantinople, the city of Constantine, and from Byzantine, that it emphasized a central aspect of Byzantine civilization, the degree to which the empire's administrative and intellectual life found a focus at Constantinople from 330 to that Jake was in power. Okay, so I just want to show you that. So let's come back. Let me get this. So when these devils came out the caves in the 1300s, which is what? Rebirth, right? Renaissance art, iconoclasm, make whitewashing. They started to establish these religions under the banner of Christianity, which Constantine had already did anyway. So the Lord already had these things set up for the so-called white man to do what? To deceive 2/3 of our people, man. So here it is, John Smith, who created Baptist religion in 1608, right? So you had these guys come over here in 1492, right? Amerigo Vespucci and Cristobal Colon came on this side of the world in the name of Christianity, right? In the name of Jesus Christos. So we're gonna go back and read. I'm gonna read it from the phone. Revelations 20. So the so-called white man, the Edomites, went down by Jakes, okay? Started what? 96, 96 AD, right? Give or take. So we know these devils came over here. They came out of the caves in the mid 1300s, right? Came over here around about 1492 or so. So this is Revelations 20 and 1. Because a lot of people don't know about this, man. A lot of Jakes don't even know about this. So it said again, Revelation 20 and 1. And I saw an angel come down from heaven. Oh, an angel, right? So you got these Edomites, what they call it, the Anglo-Saxons, right? Oh, you know what? I want to do that too. As a matter of fact, let me pull that up real quick. Let me drop this. It's been a minute since I looked it up, but I just want to see. Let's see. Oh, you know what? It's in never mind. Hold on. See, I just dropped it. I shouldn't have did that. Okay, let me go back to this entomology online. Let's get this. Let's get this. Let's go back to this. Because in here, when you type in, let me type it in real quick. Give me a second. I just want to show this real quick. Because it should be in here. So let me come back to me so I can show you this. So real quick, let's pull this. When you go to the word Anglo-Saxon, right? Get it. So the word Anglo-Saxon, it was either in here or maybe it was on Google. Let me see. Because Anglo-Saxon mean angelic sons of Isaac. That's what it means. Let's see here. Because sometimes entomology online be with the garbage too. Let's see. See, they ain't even. They don't even got it here. Hold on. Yeah, see that these devils, man. Hold on, I'm finna find it. Give me a second. Cause that's what it means. Anglo-Saxon mean angelic sons of Isaac. So reading in Revelation when it say the angel that had the key to the bottomless pit and the chain in his hand, and he laid hold on the dragon. That was talking about Jake's taking down Esau, eating the so-called white man. So let me see. Cause Esau be with that garbage man and be lying, man. I'm trying to find it here. Give me a second. Bear with me. Just bear with me. If I can't get it, I'm gonna have to so let me do this. Let me see something real quick. Tripping. Got how to spell Isaac. I'm spelling it wrong. Hold on. Let me see something. No, I spelled it wrong. I'm just trying to see. Um, Angelos, Greek, angelic. Sons of thunder. Oh. So let me do this. Let me go back. Hold on. Been a minute since I looked it up. So let me do this. Let me see. All right, so let's see here. Cause this was the article that it was in right here. But you gotta dig for it. Because Esau ain't gonna just gonna give it to you. Hold on. Yeah, I wasn't trying to spend too much time on it. But when you go to it, you have to go and find it. Sometimes you gotta dig. But when you look up this word, it tell you that because see right here, they linking the Anglo Saxons to the Visigoths, the Vandals, the Lombards, the Sueves, the Franks. These are the 10 horns. Okay, these are the 10 horns right here. You see the Germanic tribes, Goths, Vandals, Anglo Saxons, Lombards, Sueves, the Franks. Okay, the Burgundies. These are the 10 horns. Okay, EU nations, right? And I know it's in here. It's in this article right here that it tell you that Anglo Saxons, angelic sons of Isaac. But you can go find it. I don't want to spend too much time on it because I just want to hit the points in this lesson and keep it moving. But some told me just look it up anyway. So I'm trying to see real quick before I get out of here because it's in this article. It's in this. I read it before. I just don't want to spend too much time on it. 'Cause I want to make the point to show you that when these devils went down, it was Jake that took down that part of the Roman Empire, man. And I know I'm overlooking it because I'm speed rushing. But anyway, so when you get time, you can look it up because it's there. You just got to dig for it. So anyway, let me go back. Hold on. Yeah. So thank you. I can't. I'm gonna have to look it up and show it in something else. Let me see. Hold on. Let's see what this is. Let me look at this. What's the same thing? Okay. You know what? Hold on. Yeah, them devils. These devils hiding it real good. Hold on. Salakia. Let me see something. Anglo-Saxon trans. These devils something else, boy. Oh, that's heavy. Ah, man. Or HebrewNation.com. Hold on. Wow, let's see. That one I'm looking for. I want because Google will tell you, man. You just gotta find it. The whole lesson on it. Anglo-Saxons are named after the Angles, and the Saxons. These were the names of federations invaded what is now England and conquered it. See, however, considering them to have been Hebrews and therefore technically Semitic, whatever that means. Hmm. Let me go back. Oh man, it say according to Frisian legends, a certain king Adel was a descendant of a Shem. Anyway, let's go back. Let me see what this one say. Say meaning bull calf and Anglo-Saxon Ephraim. So it said the name Angle is the same as Agil. Agil. It means bull calf in Hebrew. It was a nickname for Ephraim. Later we find it again the Anglos who gave that name to England. So anyway, we delve into some whole other stuff, man. So anyway, I was just curious. I wanted to see what they was gonna give me. It's been a while since I found it. But anyway, let's go back, man. Let's go back. Salakia. Salakia. They won't give it to me, so I'm not finna. I'll find it. I just have to throw it in another lesson. Because I'm gonna find it. It's been a while since I looked it up. Let me pull this back up. So the point I want to make is these religions, Christianity is the so-called white man's religion. So let me get this in Isaiah. I hate when I can't find something. It just burns me up. And I know soon I get off here, I'm gonna find it. So in Isaiah 29 and 13, it reads, wherefore the Lord said, for as much as these people draw near me with their mouth, and their lips do honor me, but their heart, but have removed their heart far from me, and their fear towards me is taught by the precept of men. So what's being taught in Babylon the Great and around the world is what? Through the precept of men. Because remember, this devil said in Isaiah 14, in verse 13, it reads, for thou hast said in thy heart, I will ascend into heaven. I will exalt my throne above the stars of God, which are the Israelites, the stars of the Israelites. I will sit also upon the mount of the congregation in the sides of the north. What does it mean to sit in the mount of the congregation? They control the religion, man. This is what this is talking about. The so-called white man controls all religions. Again, it say, I will sit also upon the mount of the congregation in the sides of the north, right? When you go to Revelation 16, let's get this. In Revelation 16, it reads, and I saw three unclean spirits like frogs come out of the mouth of the dragon, and out of the mouth of the beast, and out of the mouth of the false prophet. So you got these three three separate states. You got EU, which is the monetary, you got NATO, which is the military, and you got Rome, which is religion. Okay? I got an article with these guys. It's the article, it's called hold on, I got it right here. Let me just it say the globalists is titled the global elites, right? So on here it's a trinity of global control. This is the trinity of global control. That's Revelation 16. It's a city of London, corporation, financial power, established 1067. It's a District of Columbia, military power, then Vatican City for religious power. Okay, it's a all three are separate states, completely independent of their respective countries. Trinity of globalist control: City of London. Okay, that's EU for financial power, the monetary. District of Columbia, military. Okay, that's NATO. You got the Vatican City, which is religion. So in Revelation 16, hey man, that's the Lord code, man. Cause what these devils been doing, the Lord already had it written in the scriptures, man. So it's a Revelation 16 and 13, and I saw three unclean spirits like frogs come out of the mouth of the dragon, and out of the mouth of the beast, and out of the mouth of the false prophet. Okay, for they are the spirits of devils which work of miracles, which go forth unto the kings of the earth and of the whole world to gather them to battle of the great day of the power almighty. Because who's in control? The elites. And they fund both sides of everything, man. But the point is, religion is established by the so-called white man. The Lord made us to be spiritual beings, and he gave us law, statutes, and commandments. So let's read this again in Isaiah 14. And Salakia for taking so long, because I want to find that to show you that the Anglo-Saxon mean angelic sons of Isaac. You got to really look because they hide stuff, man. So this is Isaiah 14 and 13. But thou hast said in thy heart, I will ascend into heaven. I will exalt my throne above the stars of God. I will sit also upon the mount of the congregation in the sides of the north. And to go in even further to prove that these stars of God are talking about Israelites, let's get this in Daniel's. In Daniel's 8, when Antiochus took flight and took power, it says this. In Daniel's 8 and 10, talking about the little horn. Let's read 9. It reads, matter of fact, let's read 8. Therefore the he-goat waxed very great, which is Alexander, and when he was strong, the great horn was broken, meaning he died. And for it came up 4 noble ones towards the 4 winds of heaven, which is his 4 generals. Verse 9. And out of one of them came forth a little horn. This is from out of Seleucid dynasty, which is Antiochus, which waxed exceedingly great towards the south and towards the east and towards the pleasant land. The pleasant land is Israel, Jerusalem. And it waxed great even to the host of heaven, and it cast down some of the host and of the stars to the ground and stamped upon them. What does it mean to cast these stars down and stamp upon them? What does it say in Isaiah 14? They will sit on the mount of the congregation. They will sit upon the stars. Let's get, hold on. In Revelations 12, because the Greeks did it and the Romans. Antiochus did it in the Greek Empire, and the Romans did it. This is Revelations 12 and verse 3. And there appeared another wonder in heaven, and behold, a great red dragon, the Roman Empire, having 7 heads and 10 horns, and 7 crowns upon his head. And his tail drew the 3rd part of the stars of heaven. What's the 3rd part of the stars? Judah, Benjamin, Levi. And did cast them to the earth, just like Antiochus did in Daniel's 8. And the dragon stood before the woman, which was ready to be delivered, for to devour her child as soon as it was born. So, in Isaiah 14, these stars is the Israelites, starting with Judah, Benjamin, and Levi. So in Isaiah 14 again, the 13, it reads, But thou hast said in thy heart, I will ascend into heaven. I will exalt my throne above the stars of God. I will sit also upon the mount of the congregation in the sides of the north. The so-called white man controls all religion from Vatican City, man. Because the Roman Catholic Church is the biggest religion, man. And I was finna pull up. You can pull up the religion chart, and it got Christianity have 2 point some billion, and it got a Jehovah's Witness. You can put up the chart on Google. It's a chart to show you all the different religions. You got 7-day Adventists, all these different religions. They all was founded after these devils came out the caves, man. It say, For thou hast said in thy heart, I will ascend into heaven. I will exalt my throne above the stars of God. I will sit also upon the mount of the congregation in the sides of the north. Say the same difference. 2 Thessalonians 2 and 4 it reads, it say, Who opposeth and exalting himself, the man of sin, the son of perdition, who opposeth and exalting himself above all that is called God, or that is worship, so that he as God sitteth in the temple of God, showing himself that he is God, right? This is what they do. The so-called white man controls all religions, man. It say verse 9, even him who's coming is after the working of Satan, with all power and signs and lying wonders, right? When you go to 2 Corinthians chapter 3 and 11, it reads this. So like in 2 Corinthians 11 and 13, it reads, For such are false apostles, deceitful workers, transforming themselves into the apostles of Christ, of Mashiach, right? That's what they did. That's what he said he was going to do in Isaiah 14, 13 and 14, and in 2 Thessalonians 2 and 4. He said he's going to sit on the mount of the congregation in the sides of the north. 2 Corinthians 11, 13 again, it reads, For such are false apostles, deceitful workers, transforming themselves into the apostles of a Mashiach, and no marvel, for Satan himself is transformed into an angel of light. Okay? Because they calling themselves Anglo-Saxons. Okay? which is the angelic sons of Isaac, man. So that's why I tell you in Revelation 20, an angel with the key and the chain in his hand lay hold on the dragon. Okay? Who took down the Roman Empire? The angelic sons of Isaac, man. It say, therefore, it is no great thing if his ministers also be transformed as the ministers of righteousness, whose end shall be according to their works. What is the works of the so-called white man in the earth? Who passed bestiality laws? Why is there equal to act rights for Transformers and Decepticons? Who did this? Who's passing these bills like this? Isaiah 24:5 said what? He transgressed the laws, changed the ordinance, broken the everlasting covenant, right? Therefore had the curse devoured the earth, man. Because these ones on the screen, the so-called white man and his religions, is destroying the planet, man. Well, these are the ones. Now let's go back to Revelations 20. See, they done transformed themselves into the angels of light, man, to the apostles of righteousness. So in Revelations 20:7 it reads, and when 1,000 years are expired, Satan shall be loosed out of his prison and shall go out to the sea of the nations, which are in the four quarters of the earth, Gog and Magog, to gather them to battle, the number of whom is at the center of the sea. So the same thing in Revelation 16. It say, Revelation 16, verse 14, for they are the spirit of devils working miracles, which go forth unto the kings of the earth and of the whole world to do what? To gather them to battle of the great day of power Almighty. So this is what this devil is doing. That's why it's saying, what is that? Jeremiah 15:45, the least of the flock shall draw them out. In 2nd Ezra 11:39, it reads this. Art now thou it that remainest of the fourth beast, whom I made to reign in my world, that the end of their times may come through them. Who? The Roman Empire, the Edomites. And this is what we're seeing, man. These devils control the religion, man. In Job, remember, it said that this angel that had the key to the bottomless pit and a great chain in his hand lay hold on the dragon, that old serpent, right? The devil and Satan, right? Well, in Job 30, when you look up bottomless pit, it's talking about Europe, man. Okay? Of land of there's no resources. Job 30:1. But now they that are younger than I have me in derision, whose fathers I would have disdained to have sit with the dogs of my flock. Why is Job saying he wouldn't even let the so-called white man sit around his dog? Because they'll neuter the dog, which is off. You're supposed to neuter no animals, man. Okay? They're gonna have sex with the dog, or they might eat the dog. Okay? It say verse 2, yeah, whereto might the strength of their hands profit me, in whom old age was perished. For want and famine, they were solitary, fleeing into the wilderness in Europe, in former time, desolate and waste. Europe is a desolate and waste land, man. Okay? Who cut up mallows by the bushes. Go look up the mallow root. See what that is, man. What do you think the so-called white man likes sitting around the fire eating s'mores, man? Okay? Because of the marshmallows. It say who cut up mallows by the bushes. Mallow, go back to the marshmallow root, man. Go look it up. Who cut up mallows by the bushes and juniper roots for their meats. They were driven forth from among men. You see, they cried after them as after a thief, to dwell in the cliffs of the valleys, in the caves of the earth, and in the rocks, because they was pushed into the Caucasus mountain, man. Among the bushes they brayed, sounded like donkeys and horses and mules. Among the bushes they brayed, under the nettles they were gathered together. They were children of fools, yet children of base men. They were viler than the earth. So this is what it's talking about in Revelations 20, man. The so-called white man was pushed into the Caucasus mountain. Hence the name Caucasian, which literally means cave dweller, man. Go look it up. Don't take my word for it. So these devils, the Lord put the power of the earth, okay, to control everything, man. As it said in Deuteronomy 28. Let's read it. In Deuteronomy 28 and 43, it reads, the stranger that is within thee shall get up above thee very high, and thou shalt come down very low. But what did the Lord say about the so-called white man in Genesis 3? He said, thus shalt thou eat all the days of thy life, and he said, on thy belly shalt thou go, and thus shalt thou eat all the days of thy life. Meaning what? They was going to be the basis of men, the lowest of the low. Well, now the Lord have put them on top and put Israel on the bottom. The Lord ain't take us down to put us number 2 on the Esau. The Lord put us, when you look at that chart of all 18 nations, the Lord put us completely on the bottom, man, and put the bottom on the top. That's why I say the last shall be first and the first shall be last, man. Okay? Forget those that's in the middle, like China, Moab, Ammon, okay? Elam, Ishmael. No, we going back from the bottom back to the top. Esau going back from the top to the bottom, man. Okay? In that order. It say, the stranger that is within thee shall get up above thee very high, and thou shalt come down very low. He shall lend to thee, and thou shalt not lend to him. And this is not hard, man. Who own the banks, man? Who own the banks? Who has been giving our people predatory lending, man? Who's doing this? Who's giving out high interest rates? Because they can. And this is supposed to be our uncle, man. Esau, Edom, so-called white man, is our father's brother, man. Why is he charging us usury, man? You're supposed to charge usury to your kinfolk. You're supposed to do that to the other nations. Well, shows you that perpetual hatred, man, because of the birthright and the blessing. It say, he shall lend to thee, and thou shalt not lend to him. He shall be the head, and thou shalt be the tail. Come on, man. How can you read these scriptures and not understand it's talking about the so-called white man? Verse 45. Moreover, all these curses shall come upon thee, and shall pursue thee, and overtake thee, till thou be destroyed, because thou hearkenest not unto the Lord, unto the voice of the Lord thy power, to keep his commandments and his statutes, which he command thee. And they shall be upon thee for a sign and for a wonder, and upon thy seed forever. That's why Jake is in wealth. We in the ghettos, favelas, and the barrios, man. Okay? No matter where we live at. Because thou servest not the Lord thy power with joyfulness and with gladness of heart, for the abundance of all things, which we had everything. Therefore, shalt thou serve thy enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee in hunger, food, and in thirst, water, and in nakedness, clothes, and in the want of all things, transportation, housing, work, education. And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he have destroyed thee. This is not hard, man. But if the Lord don't give you the spirit, you ain't gonna get it. So again, I want to make these points that these devils went down by the hands of Israelites. Okay? And when they came back out the caves, it said what? They shall go out to the seed of nations with what? Renaissance art, man. Iconoclasm. Okay? Oh, and in this clip, let me show this. Let me pull this again. They show you in this clip, right, in this article, how they chipped the nose out Septimius Severus. Let me pull it back up. Let me pull this back up. Because they went around, they went around Europe, and that's why you got the book called The Russian Icons, because these devils chipped the noses off the statues of Jake, man. Let me see, I saw one over here. Hold on. I was looking at a few of these. Hold on, let me see. They were chipping the nose off Jake, man. Let me see. I think that's it. They got Jake. They got September Severus in a gold and a brown statue. Oh, this ain't the one. Hold on. I want to find it real quick just to show you. They was chipping the nose off the statues, man. Maybe it was this one. This, yeah. It was one of them I was looking at earlier. They chipped the nose off it. Cause that's what these devils do, man. Or Septimius Severus. But that's what these devils, man. It's Jake. And the Lord said, you shall know them by their tokens. And now we see these devils. Oh, let me see something. These devils' tokens is what? Destruction, man. All they do is go around and destroy everything, man. Hold on. I had pull this up. Look at this, man. Look at this, man. Come on, man. That's Jake, man. Look at this, man. Come on, man. Let me see something. Here you go. Call out Yahweh Shema Shah. See right here? They chipped the nose off him, man. Jake, man. Hey, these devils is hurt, man. And they got statues too. You can put up these statues of King David, man. Look, man. That's Septimius Severus, man. But you can put the statues of King David too. And they got this a statue. I put it up a couple years ago. They chipped the nose off him, man. Yeah, man. Jake, man. Come on, man. Yeah, these devils is hurt too, man. That's why they send out they little minions like vocab and friends. They through, man. They don't got nothing. Yeah, this us, man. Jake was wicked. Hey, but that's us, man. That's us, man. So I'm gonna close. Yeah. Kazak Banya Howard. Job 9:24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covered, he covered the faces of the judges thereof. If not, wherein who is he? They covered up Moses. They showed you in the movie Ten Commandments, Charleston Heston. Okay. Oh, in the new Exodus movie with what's this guy? Christian Bale. Come on, man. Esau did that. Let's get this in the Maccabees. He covered the faces. And it say, if he didn't do it, it say the earth is given to the hand of the wicked. He covered the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? So the so-called white man then paint the image of Cesare Borgia. Hold on. Who did it then? Let's get this. Let's get this, shall we? Uh, let's get this. Right here, right now. Might as well get it. We here. I'm about to close out anyway. So let's get this. Who did this? Who is this? You see it. Cesare Borgia. Who painted this image? Who set this up? Let's go back. Did a lesson on it. Did a lesson on it a little while ago. Who did this? Who did this? Worry, we'll wait. Who did it? ah, come on, man. What is this, man? Salaki. Who did this, man? So let's get this in Maccabees. Maccabees 3 in verse. We start at verse 45. It reads. It said, "Now Jerusalem lay void as a wilderness. There was none of her children that in or out, and aliens kept the stronghold. These aliens is strangers. Okay, the Edomites. The heathen had their habitation in that place, and joy was taken from Jacob. Why? Because it say, when the wicked is in authority, the people mourn. But when the righteous is in authority, the people rejoice. Again, they say, and joy was taken from Jacob, and the pipe with the harp ceased. Wherefore the Israelites assembled themselves together, and came to Mizpah over against Jerusalem, for in Mizpah was the Israel, and cast ashes upon their heads, and rent their clothes, and let the heathen had sought to paint. So who did this? Who did this, man? So-called white man. That's who did it. Evil E. So, Lois edifying. Got to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushua, Bahashim Rekah Quadash. The honors to the apostles and elder bishops and elders of great millstone who well, who teach well, who are the apostles and elders of all of Israel, already concepted or not. In a sincere salutation to all the ark and pushing this truth and believing this truth throughout the four winds of the earth, the entire world. We know the hope for the elect. Shalom to the Agua who are listening and learning. You few sisters who are listening and learning. Lord, edifying tonight. Tell them I say Shalom. Wah, for tuning in. May you have about Shema, which I continue blessing your houses. Stay prayed up. 8. The water for your precepts. The water. Because I bring your Howdah, Psalm 82 and 5. They know not, neither will they understand. They walk on in darkness. All the foundations of the earth are out of course. Why? Because of the so-called white man. Okay? Because of the so-called white man. Hey, so again, the water for tuning in. The water for the precepts. May Yahweh Shema Shah continue blessing your house. Stay prayed up.